Hey everybody, I'm Aaron from speaking26.com, where I show pharmacists and physical therapists how to get their 26 on TOEFL Speaking by showing how I got 30 on TOEFL Speaking. Today, I'm here with Sebastian, and we are attacking question number 4. Sebastian, can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Sebastian. I am from Chile. I'm a physical therapist. I'm looking forward to transfer my degree to work in United States as a physical therapist. So I'm preparing to score 26 in the speaking section. I'm really enjoying, and it has been a very exciting process preparing for TOEFL, because it has been a good opportunity for me, not just to score what I need, but also to be more prepared and to improve my skill languages, to be able to work and do everything I need in this country. So it has been a very good opportunity for me to learn.
Excellent. Okay, let's do it. Question number 4. Sebastian, can you get 20 seconds and then 60 seconds ready for me? I'm going to give my answer first, and then Sebastian is going to give his answer second.
Yes.
While Sebastian is getting the timer ready, I'm going to encourage the viewers that are benefiting from this study session to pay attention to, in our answers, you know that for questions number 4, we're going to talk about 2 things, but there's more to it than just that. Listen to the explanation of the most important part of the question. For this question, the most important part of the question is city expansion. Okay, Sebastian, let me know when I have 20 seconds. I will think aloud, because that helps me to develop my thoughts. In fact, I'm going to jump into the 20 seconds as if it's my real answer to give myself a practice run. Let me know when I can start.
Okay, now you have 20 seconds to prepare. You may begin preparing now.
Explain 2 developments that allowed ancient Roman cities to expand, that allowed the cities to expand, that allowed city expansion. Number 1, bridges crossing the river, first time. Interconnected city, one huge city. 2, aqueducts, water to places that didn't have water before. Time.
Okay. Now you have 60 seconds to speak. You may begin speaking now.
There were 2 developments that allowed ancient Roman cities to expand. Number 1, strong bridges, and number 2, aqueducts. In regards to the strong bridges, the special concrete that made strong bridges allowed the Romans to cross over huge rivers for the first time in history. This meant that instead of having 2 separate cities, 2 different groups of people on either side of the river, they now had one group of people, one city that was expanding. The second development that allowed the cities to expand was the aqueducts. The aqueducts brought water to places that do not naturally have water. So, whereas the Romans might have considered an area of land to be something like a desert before aqueducts, now by bringing fresh water, they were not only able to start cities in new places, but those cities were able to thrive and expand into huge populations because of the aqueducts bringing fresh water to the people.
Time. 60 seconds.
Sebastian, you have 20 seconds to prepare. You may begin preparing now.
To develop the Malaysian city was first the ability to build bridges, and second the ability to move fresh water. First, they were to build strong bridges by using solid concrete, building material at that time, and this allowed them to transport important elements, being able to build and grow to both sides of the bridge.
Time. You now have 60 seconds to speak. Start your timer. I'll start mine as soon as I hear you speaking.
Okay. The 2 developments that allowed ancient Roman cities to expand was first the ability to build strong bridges, and second was the ability to move fresh water. First, they were able to build strong bridges by using solid concrete. This was important because it was an advanced building material at that time. This was very crucial for them because they were able to transport different elements across the bridge, and also to build and grow in both sides of the river. Also, they were able to move fresh water to places where the natural water wasn't available. This was important for them because they used it by using aqueduct, and they were able to move a huge amount of water, fresh and clean water, that allowed them to build and also to have people there to live by using this clean water. These were the two important developments for ancient Roman cities to expand.
Time. Okay, I hear the improvements. What do you like about the improvements that you made, and or what do you want to improve on?
First, I think I was able to explain the two development that allowed the Roman cities to expand, which was the ability to build bridges and also the ability to move fresh water. I think this was important because just by knowing these two developments, I was able to relate the rest of the information of the lecture.
Yes.
So in the beginning, I was confused about what was the development that the Roman cities used. So just by knowing what those developments were, I was able to develop the whole idea.
Okay.
Which wasn't specifically the material, the concrete. It was just first the ability to build bridges, and second the ability to move fresh water to places where the water was not available.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to summarize. If I understand you correctly, I'm going to summarize how you were able to make improvements right now. Share this with the viewers and tell me if this is correct and or if I'm missing something. So the question says, let's both look at the question, Sebastian. Explain two developments that allowed ancient Roman cities to expand. Okay. You and the viewers of this study session know that question number 4 is going to ask us about two things. But what do we need to focus on? What's the most advanced part of the question? Therefore, the most advanced part of our answer to get our 26 on TOEFL speaking and above. What's the most important part of the question?
To explain the development, the two developments.
No.
That allows ancient cities to expand. Well, I would say the two development that allowed this city to expand.
That allowed the cities to expand. City expansion is what our focus has to be on. City expansion is what our focus has to be on, not the two things. The most advanced part of the question, therefore the most advanced scores are going to come from explaining city expansion. We use the two developments to explain city expansion, but we don't just talk about the two developments for the sake of two developments. We use them to explain city expansion, the most advanced part of the question.
Yeah, that was important.
Okay.
That was something that I was confused in the beginning too, because I was focusing in the two development instead of explaining what allowed them to expand as a city.
There we go. Good. Instead of what allowed them to expand in the city. When we review your answer for language use, grammar, when we go over it in depth, I heard you say, quote, where water wasn't available, and I need you to insert a word previously. To explain it better, you would want to say, where water wasn't previously available.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Sebastian, a final takeaway before we end this live stream. What do you know you're going to remember? What do you know is going to help ensure that you get 26 and above on TOEFL speaking?
For question number 4?
Yes.
Well, what you just said was really important because I was focusing in the two development, or in question number 3, question number 2. You focus in 2 reasons, or I don't know, 3 or 2 reasons, whatever reason they give. But here is important to understand what the TOEFL wants to explain, which is specifically here what allowed these cities to expand by using the development the lecturer explained.
Good.
So this is what I have to pay attention next time when I have to do a question number 4 to be able to understand the lecture, the question, and give a good answer to.
Okay, good. So to summarize, then we'll end this live stream here and review your answer in depth later. We don't speak about the 2 things in TOEFL speaking question number 4 just for the sake of the 2 things. Our focus is on explaining the most important part of the question. For this question, it's city expansion. I use the 2 things to answer city expansion. Okay, let's end this live stream. Okay, here we go.